Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you've been following the NFL and especially the Steelers, you know we're in a very interesting period. The Steelers, under the leadership of head coach Mike Tomlin, have always been known for their resilience, their gritty style of play, and their ability to develop talent from within or find diamonds in the rough. But this offseason, things are taking a new turn, especially in the context of their roster building and the potential moves they might be making to finally push back into real Super Bowl contention. And one of the names that's been buzzing around, especially among fans and insiders alike, is Tyler Boyd. That's right, the former Pitt star, who's been making waves in the NFL for years now, is reportedly open to a homecoming, and it's a move that could really shake things up in the AFC North. Let's set the stage. The Steelers aren't exactly sitting pretty at wide receiver right now. They've got DK Metcalf, who's a proven superstar, a guy who can take over a game with his size, speed, and contested catch ability. Roman Wilson, a young, dynamic player with a lot of potential, and Calvin Austin III, who's shown flashes of brilliance but still needs to establish himself fully at this level. Then there's Scotty Miller, a veteran who can bring some depth and experience to the mix. But beyond that, the room is a bit sparse, and that's putting it mildly. The Steelers have been in the market for a reliable, experienced wide receiver who can step in and make an immediate impact, especially in a season where they're aiming for a deep playoff run. And that's where Tyler Boyd comes into the picture. Now, you might ask, why Boyd? Well, he's a consummate pro, a reliable slot receiver with a proven track record of consistency. Even with some slight decline in stats last year, Boyd still brings a wealth of experience and a calm, dependable presence in the middle of the field. He's that guy you can count on to run precise routes, make tough catches in traffic, and be a veteran voice in the locker room. And considering he's a Pitt alumnus, a hometown hero, the connection runs deep. Boyd has made it clear he's open to returning home, and that's not just a casual comment. Speaking after a youth football camp in Clairton, his hometown Boyd said he'd be absolutely interested in playing for the Steelers, mainly because, all my family is here, the majority of them could support me. That's a powerful statement, folks. When a player expresses such a heartfelt desire to come back to his roots, it's hard not to see the genuine passion behind it. Now, Boyd's relationship with Mike Tomlin is also an important piece of this puzzle. They've spoken about their mutual respect, and Boyd himself mentioned, "I'm real cool with Tomlin, we had a great friendship." That kind of rapport and familiarity can be a real advantage when trying to make this kind of roster move. It's not just about talent, it's about fit, culture, and the chemistry inside that locker room. Boyd, having grown up nearby, dominated at Clairton High School, and then at the University of Pittsburgh, embodies that local connection that the Steelers value so highly. It's more than just a football transaction, it's a homecoming story that fans could rally behind. If we look at the current state of the Steelers' receiving core, it's clear they're still trying to find that missing piece. After trading George Pickens, who's now with another team, and adding DK Metcalf, they've tried to reinforce their offense. But beyond Metcalf, the room remains thin. Calvin Austin III and Roman Wilson are promising, but they're still young and unproven at this level. Scotty Miller provides some veteran depth, but the team needs someone who can reliably step into a significant role, someone with the experience of Boyd. His ability to operate in the slot, his route-running precision, and his knack for making clutch catches make him an ideal fit for the Steelers' offensive scheme. Plus, his familiarity with the local community and his history with the team's coaching staff could make this a seamless transition. Now, some might wonder about the obstacles. First, there are always questions about money. Boyd, at 30, isn't in the prime of his career anymore, and last season's stats reflect some decline. That might impact his market value and what he's willing to accept financially. The Steelers, like any team, have salary cap considerations and roster-building priorities. There was also some speculation that not everyone in the locker room might be fully on board. A report suggested that a player with influence once expressed opposition to signing Boyd, possibly due to past comments he made about the team. But these are common hurdles in NFL roster moves. The key factor is whether the financial terms can be negotiated and whether Boyd's role is clearly defined as a complementary piece rather than a star demanding the spotlight. Despite these potential complications, the overall situation looks promising. The mutual interest is there. Boyd has expressed his desire to return to Pittsburgh, and the team has shown enough interest to keep the conversation open. The fact that Boyd's background and love for the city align perfectly with the Steelers' culture makes this a compelling story. It's a classic case of a hometown hero wanting to come back and help his team reach new heights. And with the Steelers' window to contend still very much open, especially with an offense led by Aaron Rodgers, adding a veteran like Boyd could be the kind of move that tips the scales in their favor. Let's also talk about the broader context for a moment. The AFC North is always a battleground, with rivalries that run deep and teams that are never resting on their laurels. The Cincinnati Bengals, with their explosive offense, the Ravens, with their gritty style and tough defense, and the Browns, who are always looking to take a leap forward. The Steelers need to be at their best, and adding a player like Boyd could give them that extra edge. His experience in high-pressure situations, his ability to be a security blanket for the quarterback, and his leadership qualities all contribute to what could be a very strategic signing. And speaking of strategy, it's worth noting how this potential move fits into the Steelers' overall plan. They've built a solid foundation on defense and special teams, but their offensive weapons need a boost. Boyd's addition could provide that steady, reliable target that helps open up the field for DK Metcalf and others. It's about creating a balanced attack, something that's been a bit elusive for Pittsburgh in recent seasons. With Boyd in the slot, the Steelers could see more consistent yardage, more third-down conversions, and ultimately more wins. So, as we look ahead, it's clear that the Steelers are exploring all options to improve their roster and put themselves in the best position to challenge for a Super Bowl. The story of Tyler Boyd is just one piece of that puzzle, but it's a significant one because it embodies the kind of smart, strategic move that could make all the difference. It's about adding a player who knows the city, understands the culture, and has the talent and character to contribute immediately. If this deal goes through, it could be a game-changer for the Steelers' offense, and by extension, their entire season. Now, I know many of you are eager to see how this unfolds, and I'll be keeping a close eye on all the developments. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the Steelers are no strangers to making bold moves when they see the right opportunity. Whether it's a signing, a trade, or an unexpected player emergence, Pittsburgh always finds a way to stay competitive. And this potential signing of Boyd just adds another layer of excitement to what promises to be an intriguing season. So keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned, and I'll be back with more updates, analysis, and insights into everything Steelers. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move for Tyler Boyd? Do you believe it's the right fit? How do you see him impacting the team's offense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Whether you're excited, skeptical, or just curious, your voice adds to the conversation and helps shape the narrative. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and deep dives into all things Steelers, so stay tuned for the latest news. We're in an exciting time, folks, and the future is bright for Pittsburgh. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Steelers.